Hello and welcome everyone to another Tunisian crochet tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet the Tunisian Bobble Stitch. For this stitch we need to chain multiple of 2 plus 1, and this is 1 row repeat. So let's get crocheting. First we need to start with a slip knot and chain multiples of 2 plus 1. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, plus 1. Okay, so now for the foundation row, we are going to turn our chains and we are going to pick up the loops through the back bumps of our chains, like so. So this is our foundation row, and then the foundation row is pretty much the same for all your Tunisian crochet projects. Okay, we are going to continue with the basic or standard return pass of chain 1, and then we need to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn, pull over, pull through 2 all the way to the end of the row. If you find this gone through this first foundation row too quickly and you didn't manage to catch everything and you are a beginner to Tunisian crochet, you can find my tutorial on how to do the foundation row, where I go through everything very slowly, explain every single step. So now we are going to get into the actual stitch pattern. Now we are going to work the first row of the stitch pattern by the actual second row of a project. So we need to start with chain 1 to bring the row into the correct height. This is because the bobble stitches are slightly taller than your standard Tunisian stitches. And now we are going to work in a pattern of bobble in one stitch, then we need to skip the next stitch, bobble into next stitch, and so on to the end. So to make a bobble, we need to yarn over, insert the hook from right to left under the front vertical bar, yarn over and pull up a loop. We yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. And we need to do this 3 more times. So we need to yarn over, insert the hook under the front vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over, insert the hook under the front vertical bar, yarn over and pull through 2, and last one, yarn over, insert the hook under the front vertical bar, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and now we need to yarn over and work under 4 of these bars, and that's your bobble. Okay, so we need to skip the next stitch to make a room for the bobbles. Otherwise they're going to be, if we worked into every single stitch, they would be too squashed in the row. So we need to skip this stitch and we need to work into this one. Again, we're going to make a bobble, so we yarn over, work under the front vertical bar, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Need to do this 3 more times for this bobble. 2 more times, and 1 last time. Again, we yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Now we are going to skip the next stitch, work into this one. So we need to yarn over, work under the front vertical bar, pull up a loop. We need to do this 3 more times now. 2 more times. Okay, and 1 last time for the last bobble. We yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Now we are on the last stitch, the end stitch. So as usual, we work the last stitch under the left and right vertical bars, yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay. Normally the standard return pass, we would chain 1 and continue with the return pass. However, because again these bubbles are taller so than the normal stitches, we need to chain 3 to 1, 2 and 3 to get to the correct height, and we yarn over, pull through 2. Now we need to chain 1 to make up for the skipped stitch. We yarn over, pull through 2, we chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, we chain 1 and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, now so there was the return pass of the first row of your bubble stitches. Again, as in the first row, we need to chain 1 to get to the correct height in the row number 2. And now we are going to be working bubbles into the stitches of the bubbles below. So we don't need to skip stitches as we did in the first row anymore. So we need to yarn over, work under the front vertical bar, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 more times, 2 more times, and 1 last time for this bubble. Now we need to yarn over and pull through 4 loops. That makes the first bubble of this row. Okay, again, next we are going to be working into the front vertical bar that is coming out of the bubble on the row below. So yarn over, work into the bar, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We need to do this 3 more times, 2 more times, and 1 last time. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That's our second bubble. Now on to the last one, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 more times, and 2 more times, and 1 last time. Okay, now we are going to be yarning over and pull through 4 loops. Now we need to work into this is not going to be again inserting the hook in the last stitch in the standard way, because we need to have the correct height again. If it would work into the bar that we normally, or into the 2 bars that we work normally, the work or the project or the fabric that you are creating would pull to the bottom and would not be evenly distributed. So what we are going to do, we are actually going to be working into the second chain. So this is the first chain that we chained, this is the second chain. So we are going to be working under these 2 bars of the second chain. Again, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now we need to chain 3 as previously, 1, 2 and 3, and this gives us a nice height for each row without distorting the work. So we need to yarn over, pull through 2, now we need to chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and that concludes our second row of our bubble stitches. So again, just to recap on what we've just done, the bubble stitch is worked over 1 row, so it's 1 row repeat and multiples of 2 + 1 stitches. First we start our project with the traditional foundation row, and then on the next row we need to start with chain 1 to bring the row into the correct height, because as you can see the bubbles are taller than normal Tunisian crochet stitches. Then we create a bubble in every other stitch by yarning over, inserting the hook into the front vertical bar, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pull through 2 loops. We do this 4 times per bubble. Then when we get to the end, we work the last stitch into the edge stitch. However, to get into the next row to the correct height, we need to, usually we chain 1 for bobble stitch, we need to chain 3, and then we continue with a non-standard return pass of yarning over, pull through 2 and chaining 1. This chain 1 makes up for the stitches that we actually skip in the first row of our bobble stitches. On the consecutive rows, we not skipping any stitches because we only work into the bars of bobbles. The skipped stitches are already excluded, and we're making up for those skipped stitches by chaining 1 on our return pass to keep the work the same width. I hope this makes sense. If you need any more help, please leave your questions in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. If you find this tutorial helpful, please comment on below. You can subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.